Disclaimer: the essence of creating this video is not to discredit any Omo Onile or community land sellers or to discourage people from patronizing them. No, that is far from it. As a matter of fact, the number of Omo Onile of community land owners that are actually trustworthy and they are reputable, and many people from time immemorial have been transacting business with them with no issue. However, there are so many people out there as well that are counting their losses as a result of what? Buying from Omo Onile or buying from certain community. Hence, the purpose of this video is to educate you, to enlighten you, and to guide you on how to make the right real estate investment when dealing with Omo Onile or community land owners, in order not to be scammed, as often the case with many people. If you're coming across this video for the first time, this is Real Estate Made Easy, where we educate you, we give you pro tips about property investment so that you can avoid causing mistakes other people are making. Beware of principal owners. You see, many Nigerians in diaspora do not know about the property law here in Nigeria, and even many Nigerians living in Nigeria do not even know about this law. In Nigeria, there is what is known as property law, and it means, and there is people known as principal owner. Who is a principal owner? Who are principal owner? A principal owner is a person that has the right and absolute right to dispose or to sell a property. Now, if you are buying from a community, if you are buying from a family, that community, they usually have paramount rulers and they have descendants of that lineage. Those are the principal owner. So if for buying from a family, for instance, and there are about 4 people or 5 people that have right to sell that property, and you are transacting with 1 or 2 of them without the remaining people, when those other people will come up later in the future and they tell you that they are not aware of that property, whatever it is you have paid, you are on your own, because you did not see the principal owners to make your transaction and for transaction to be legal. So it is wrong if you are dealing with family to say one person is the one representing the whole family and the one you are transacting with. Usually family have people, the head of family, second to the head of family, next to the head of family, and so on and so forth. So families are usually like people who have been occupying the property from time immemorial. Maybe the same property was transferred to them from their parents, their grandparents, from grandparents to great-great-grandparents, and so on. And so they are the custodian of that property. So if you now want to buy from that community and somebody is telling you that he alone is the one that is bearing the family name, maybe now you want to buy, let's say you want to buy from Olumegban family. Olumegban last name is a compound name, and somebody is telling you that he alone is Olumegban, then you have to be wary, because by the time you have made that transaction, another family member come up later in future, you are on your own. Except that if you are buying from one person, for instance, now I have a property. If I'm selling my property, I am the principal owner of my own property. If you are, as a person looking at me now, you have a property solely owned by you, and you are selling that property to me, you are the principal owner of that property. It means that another person cannot sell that property without your consent. Neither can another person sell my own property without my consent. That is the importance of principal owner. So if you are buying any property, ensure that you trace and you know who is the principal owner or who are the principal owners, so that you be sure that you are transacting with the right people and that your transaction is safe as well as secure. Title document is another thing you must be wary of. You see, because many of these people who are occupying this family land, they don't even know much about what is known as documentation, because it is some concept are new to them. What is accession? What is government consent? What is common to many people is CFO. However, it's not every family that has a CFO on his or her property. Some people do not even know whether their property, the property their family has is under government acquisition. They don't know. They only know that they are the custodian owner of that property, that their father has been using the property, his own father has been using the property, and so on and so forth. So they know by default they are just the owner of that property. So they don't even know anything about the legal document of that property. And if that property, the only thing that is so common to many people is the CFO. However, CFO is not the only title a document can have. In fact, some people are sitting on government-owned property And they do not know because they never bother to search. So if you are now meeting with the search family and you are buying government property from them and you are paid to them, believe you me, when government is ready to take possession of that property, you'll be kicked out without any compensation whatsoever. So you must be worried that you search with the title document of that property. Go with your lawyer and go with your surveyor to help you make necessary finding. Lack of proper record is another causing mistakes. You see, it is a common thing that many people sell the same property to so many people. Now, a family of 5 or 4, for instance, they are the custodian of that property. The father sold, the child is not aware. Or when the child is so after all, everybody has been selling. Me too, I have right to the property. Maybe it's our property, it's our family's land. I also want to buy my own car. And so the child decides to sell without telling the father or without telling other members of the family that are the principal owner of the property. Now, when the father is in need of money as well, maybe there's one, he wants to marry a new wife, or there's one festival he wants to do, I need money, so the next thing, let me sell one of this property. Father also make his own sale. And meanwhile, the one the father is selling was the one the son has sold some years past. And because there's no record that out of our 30 acres of land in our possession, no, Ajuddin Bello has sold 20 plots to Musa Varabi, or Margaret Johnson has sold 15 plots to Michael Lagbaja. So because there is no record for them to actually go through and verify which one has been sold, which one remaining, you who is buying from them, you may be buying the already sold property. Let me quickly give you a pro tip to that. When you are buying from family, ensure that you take immediate possession of that property. Once you have ensured that all the family heads, they have all come together, you can identify them, you've traced them. Then ensure that they all append their signature to the deed of agreement, that they have transferred their interest to you. Then ensure you take a physical possession by putting either perimeter fence as well as gatehouse, so that every other same person that has eye to see and a brain to think that this land though has been sold, for somebody to have taken possession, that will safeguard you from the story of Adano. After you must have as well also perfect your title, like I've earlier told you, because after you have made your findings to know the status of their documentation, you need to go ahead and also perfect it in your own name and do all the necessary signing and make sure the property is properly transferred to you. With that, whether you want to travel back to the country where you are residing, anywhere in the world you are in, you can be rest assured that your property is safe and secure, because we have perfected your title document, you have your survey in your name, and you have taken possession of that property. That is one of the easiest way of dealing with family when transacting with them. Encroachment is another problem that are usually peculiar with buying from family or buying from individuals, known as Omo Onile. You see, family at times encroach another family's property. And those people whose property has been encroached on, they can take up a legal battle later in future when they realize that part of their property has been encroached. And maybe part of the encroached property was the one sold to you. So where will you find yourself? Which position are you going to be? It's either you are now going to pay the rightful owner of that property, that is the other family whose property was earlier encroached by the other family you bought from, if you are still interested in that property. And that's usually maybe when the property has appreciated much in value. That is when this discovery is now known. That is one. Another thing is that there can be legal battle. That this family, they can take you to court, and they can take the family you bought the property from to court, or even you that you are in the possession, they can take you to court. And if you don't have enough proof to yourself, or the other family are found wanting, they can also lose that same property. So if that is the situation, please, where do you want to find yourself? It means that after you have paid so much for legal battle, the case still did not go in your favor. You can see that it's a waste of executive time, executive resources, as well as energy. That, I believe, you do not want to be, and you do not want to make. So I have to be wary when you are dealing with family. See, on the issue of encroachment, in fact, the family at times may even be encroaching government's own property. And if you are encroaching a government-owned property, maybe from their own part that was free, and the government has given to them, After they have oversold, they went to government committed property and they still decide to sell, and that's part of the one you actually bought, or the one they want to sell to you. What's going to happen when government wants to take possession of their own land? They can chase you away. One, you may get no compensation from the government. How can government even give you any compensation for taking a property you do not have the right to occupy? The family whom you bought the property from many years ago, they also have no compensation for you. Is that not double loss? Also, there is also no any form of compensation or reallocation. That okay, now because government has taken that property, let us give you another one. Is it not the property they have to reallocate to you? Now that they have sold everything, what would they reallocate to you? Or if you government own property you want to take, except you want to go and pay to government, use some of money to now buy from government. Is that not double expenses? So these are some of the challenges you must be wary of when you are buying from Omo Onile or you are buying from community known as Omo Onile, as far as real estate investment is concerned. Other fees. You see many people run from buying from developers, real estate company, because they feel that, oh, their money is too much and they will have to pay this, they will have to pay that, and that they rather prefer to buy from one Omo Onile or from family and all of that. But the reality is this: when you are dealing with Omo Onile or you are dealing with family community, you still pay some fees, known as other fees. By the time you want to take a physical possession of that property, some family member will come up to you that you have not settled this, you have not settled that. Even when you have settled the principal members, according to them, that these are the principal members of the family, even though you have settled them. When you want to collect electricity to your site, some people may still rise up to you that you have to pay for this, the youth in the community. You have to settle them. You want to do foundation, you pay. You want to do roofing, you pay. Almost every stage of development of your property as you are doing, you will be paying. So you can't really run away from these other fees that you still have to pay to this community. You want to sign the document that they're giving to you, that yes, for you want them, you want them to sign the document that after they've sold, after they've collected money, they will say ask you to, some of them will say ask you what, to pay before they can append their signature. So these are other fees as well you still have to pay. So all of this is to ensure that you know what you are getting into, because that's our aim with real estate medicine, is to educate you and to enlighten you. So I hope you have been able to learn a lot from this episode of our real estate made easy, so that when you are dealing with family, you know what you are getting into. You be prepared psychologically as well as emotionally when buying property from an individual, from community landowners, otherwise known as Omo Onile. Because you need to know what you are getting into. You need to know the pros as well as the cons of what you are getting into. Because with real estate made easy, our objective is to educate you, to enlighten you, giving you pro tips, the warning you must know, as well as the risk that you must be aware of, so that you can make the right as well as informed decision when it comes to real estate investment. Whether you are in UK, you are in Canada, you are anywhere in the world, our objective is that real estate can be made easy. It doesn't have to be difficult. You can also maximize the opportunity other people have been maximizing. Smart investors have been maximizing from taking wealth investment as far as real estate is concerned. That is why this channel is created, to educate you, to enlighten you. And I hope you have actually learned how to go around buying property from family as well as a community landowner, otherwise known as Omo Onile. With this, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel and you find this information very useful, please subscribe now, turn on the notification button, also share this video with your loved ones so that they can also benefit from this knowledge. See, I come your way again next time. I remain your #1 real estate advisor, property consultant that gives you pro tips as far as real estate investment is concerned. I am Bello Kamaldeen. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button. When the property is concerned, it doesn't have to be difficult. With Beckley Consult, real estate is made easy. Thank you.